Hey guys, it's April with Crafting with April, and we are making the Santa cams. This one's, my stickles over there are not dry yet, so just going to be a little careful. And we're using the camera lens for the realistic look, but I'm going to give you guys a couple of options. You already know that you can use vinyl, and the Santa cam and elf cam files are in the group files. And that's what I use for my wording. I use some stickles for my little, I did a green dot on my Santa one. I know this is not showing up well on camera here, but that is the brushed, true brushed vinyl from Cricut. And then I've tied a bow on it. So I'm going to show you how I got the lens in there. I took a couple of tips off of, I think it was Carly. Not sure. Because I've done these in vinyl, and I bought my lenses and all last year, and I watched somebody's video, and I don't remember who it was, how they got their hole in there, but I found these chalkboard ornaments at Michael's, and they're regular $4, but they had a sale, so they were like $2. So they're a little $2 and change. They are a little pricey, but I don't have to glitter them and wait on all of that to dry. I don't have to do any of that, so it's going to save me a little bit of time. It'll go together quicker. So I'm basically, you get two of these lenses. Here's the one. One's a fisheye and one's a wide angle lens. And you can get these. Some people can get them at their dollar stores. They're not available at mine. And I know that you guys run into that a lot. Sometimes they're available, sometimes they aren't. You can get them on Amazon. I don't know if you guys have, we here and around Atlanta, we have a store called Five Below, and they carry a lot of phone and tablet stuff, cords and things like this. So you can get them there too. But you're going to get two ornaments out of it. So you're looking at less than $5 to make your ornaments if you get these at those prices. Even less if you can find them at your Dollar Tree or your dollar stores. So, first thing I'm going to do is kind of find center there. And I'm just going to hold, let me put my cap on there. It's easier to hold. I'm just going to try to eyeball about where my center is, and I'm going to hold it. And these are chalkboard. If you're using the clear ornaments and you've glittered them, you're going to be able to see your lines a little bit better. But these are black. I'm still going to be able to see this Sharpie on there because it gives a shiny effect on this chalkboard ornament. You can see it there. So I know where my lines are. What are you going to need? You're going to need a wood burning tool. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. Most of you may have them. But you're going to need a tool like this. This is the easiest way I found because I have tried using an X-Acto knife, scissors, things like that, and they just don't work as well. And I'm hoping that that's center, it looks center. But I'm going to stay inside that line. You don't want to breathe in the melting plastic, so you want to do it in a ventilated area. As we all know, melted plastic, if you're breathing that in, is poison. So I'm just going to say, if you're doing it this way, be very careful. Use a fan, a ventilated area. And I'm staying well inside that line just because I don't want to overcut it like I did the other one I was just working on. And it's okay if that falls to the inside. It's not going to hurt anything if it stays on there. And I'm just going to smooth it up by running this around a couple of times. And I think it's fine. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It's going to be okay. Let me move this out of the way. I don't want to burn myself. And let's see if I can pull that piece out. And it's going to be kind of rough and bumpy here. Or mine is anyway. I just had my scissors through there. And I'm just going to take my scissors and snip off some of that. I'm not worried if I scratch the chalk paint on this. I have my chalk paint sitting right here for touch up. But so far I haven't had a problem with it. We're just going to kind of clean that edge up just a little. And now I'm going to check and make sure that it fits. And that you want it, see, it doesn't quite fit. It's kind of firm, and that's what you want. You want to be able to kind of force it in. And that's the ornament you hear doing that cricking. Okay, it's still a little tight. I don't want to crack my ornament. So I'm going to pull this out and I'm just going to go around it just lightly around the area where it appears to be hanging or not completely smooth. Oops. Don't want it in the floor, that's for sure. It will melt my carpet. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. So now that's cool. Let's try it again. Still snug. But again, I don't want it to stick up that far. Just a tiny bit more. And then I'm going to push. I promise you I didn't have this much trouble with the bigger one. It was easier. You're just going to keep working it because you can take more off. You can't put it back. And I'll be showing you that one in just a minute. And I even tried hot glue once I got it too large. That didn't work. Doesn't want to play fair. Okay. There we go. Okay, get in there, you little booger. There we go. It's going in there now. Yay, I got it. So now that it's in there, you could hear it, and it's in there snug. It's not going anywhere. I don't have to glue it, don't have to do any of that. But you can see that it's a little rugged right here where we melted and put it in. And that was pretty clean, but it still gives a little weird appearance there. So I'm taking some black twine, and if you don't have black, don't worry about it. You can use your chalk paint on it. So I'm just going to, I did use E6000 on that other one, but it took a little while to set. So I'm going to use just a little drop of hot glue. I'm just going to place it right there at the base. And then I'm going to wrap, after I get it to stick to that and not me, I'm just going to wrap it a few times around and where it's sticking out right there, and snip it off. So if yours is, just get it smooth. I'm just going to wrap a little bit of thread right around it. And then I'm just going to do a little dab of hot glue to hold it in place. Trying not to get it on my ornament. I'm going to smooth that out. While it's still soft, try to get that off my ornament. There we go. It should peel right up. There we go. And I'm not worried about that showing, because that's what the paint is for. Just going to trim it off. Okay, so now you have that in there, and then I just used a makeup sponge and took a little bit of my chalk paint and dabbed right around it, over the thread, over the edge, so that my thread blended in. And if you've got chalkboard paint, it should match, and then you can take the black thread, even though it's a different shade, and get it to match the rest of the chalkboard ornament. And this only took a few seconds to dry. Wipe it off your lens if you're sloppy like me. Just went around. Look at me, I got my hand right in it. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit and dry first. I put it on foil acetate and it cut all the way through, but I wasn't about to waste my vinyl. So I just left it on the mat, and I am taking my transfer tape, and I've used this transfer tape about 5 times now, so it may be time for new. There we go. Don't mess up on me. I am just pulling it up off the mat with my transfer tape. Let that relax. And then placing it onto the cam. And I did do mine in 2 sections so that I could see it. Just placing it on and peeling that right off. We get a fresh transfer tape here, and I'm using Aura tape just because I'm in the process of redoing my craft area, and it was handy and it was open. I'm just going to cut another little piece off of that for the other. Come up here and pick up my Santa. And I am finding that the True Brush is pretty easy to work with. I must need a new blade because it didn't come. That's just not going to stick because that's the backing. I'm just going to eyeball it. But yeah, I found it very, very, very easy to work with. I mean, super simple. I didn't have to burnish or use credit cards or force it into next week. It worked just fine. So now we have that on there. And then all we have left is to do a bow and put a hanger on it and our stickle. So we're just gonna, this probably isn't long enough, but I'm gonna try it. Nah, I'm not gonna fight that. I'll use it for something else. Need a little bit longer to work with. And this is just a little almost ruffled ribbon. I'm just gonna put a dot of hot glue on the back of my ornament. And take my ribbon and just lay it right there. I don't have to fight it moving all over the place. I usually have a empty ribbon thing for my ornaments to sit on while I work on them. And I don't know why I didn't bring it in here. There we go. And I'm just going to knot this so it's tight and it doesn't go anywhere. And then tie my bow. There we are. I wiggled off camera there, guys. If I did, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get my bow to tighten. And I don't like a big bow on these because I don't want it to take away from the rest of the feature of the ornament. So I do fiddle with them a little. That looks pretty good. And I'm just going to turn that up. Short tails. And then place your hanger on it. And these always mess with my mind, so let's see if I can do it. There we go. And now we have our hanger and our stickles. And you can put this on the right, left, wherever you want. I'm just going to do this one a little bit different. And put one over here. And I'm just using a green dot like it's on of the glitter stickles. You can use what you want. If you have rhinestones, you can use those. Super, super cute. Super cute, super cute. Love that. I wish the light and the camera would pick up how pretty that is. Hey guys, it's April. I have inadvertently, accidentally deleted part of my video, so I wanted to come back, and even though you don't see the steps, I'm going to explain them. I had done the Santa cams with you guys, and you saw that, and I had mentioned, I believe, if I didn't lose that part of the video, using the epoxy dots for a cam if you couldn't find the cameras or something that would work for you. And we talked about using liquid glass, and I get this from close to my heart, and that's what I used. And what I did is I just put a small, about 3/4 of an inch area, and that didn't really work too well for me. Well, it did, but it didn't. And it is drying here, and you can see that it looks like a lens. It may show up a little cloudy on camera. I hope you can see it, but it's working. So what I did is I cut a circle at 1.25 inches, and then I sliced a 0.75 inch out of it, giving me a 1/4 inch ring. And I did slice the ring so that it would lay flat on the domed ornament. It's just called a relief cut. So when you're placing it wherever your wrinkle comes in at, that's where you want to do your relief cut. And depending on the type vinyl, I'm using True Brushed, so it didn't show. If you're using like a flat silver or something, or a foil, you may see that little relief cut. So try to pick something that you won't see that in, or make your circle just smaller for your cam. That will adjust and allow it to lay flat. But then what I did is you put about, you want to fill it up but not too much, and maybe leave it empty in the center like a ring, and let that dry so that it will hold it, and then you can kind of get it to dome. A dam is what you're going to do. You're going to create a dam around the inside of your vinyl, because your vinyl is going to act as the dam for that. And just do a very thin coat, just a small little bit, and then put that on there. And then if you want to dome it up again, which is I did, I went in and added more, because I started with a little 3/4 inch dot in there and kind of let it raise up. Then I put my vinyl on, and then I did this, and I found that it didn't work as well. So I'm saying do it before, put your vinyl on, and then fill it in, instead of trying to do it just on the top and then putting your vinyl. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't want to confuse you. And then I just applied my vinyl the same way that I did on these. And I put Elf Cam on this one. And I had bought these flashlights from the Dollar Tree for $1, okay? Thinking that I could use this end of it. I thought it would unscrew and it would fit into the ornament, but it didn't, because the top didn't come off. It would have fit, but it didn't come off. So I used the base, which has the power button on it, to create a North Pole remote for the cameras for the kitties. So something for the parents to do. I have not put my ribbons on here yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on there, but I just wanted to come back because I lost some of my video segments accidentally deleting them, and tell you guys what I had done. I melted a hole for that just like I did with the camera and inserted this piece right into that hole. And then I used Nuvo drops simply because my stickles ran out, and I just did a ring around those, and I like it better than the thread where you saw me wrap the thread on this one. I really think I prefer using the Nuvo drops. So look at it, see what you think. Remove the thread if you don't like it, because these do stick out a little bit further, and I probably could have gotten that down in further, but I didn't, and it's too late now. But either set it down further in there and eliminate the thread and do some decorative on there. There's tons of things you can do. So I'm going to let these dry and put on some ribbons. Then I'll take a photo and post up the video for you guys. I will add photos to the end of the video just so you can see the finished product. And I'll also post some photos in the group. You guys have a wonderful day. Give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next video. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.